Yo, we talking about groceries on FBA. Yo, easy. Yeah. J to the O, the Mayos. Groceries on FBA. What you know about that? Step your game up, suck it.
Start it. Share screen. Okay, so you should see my my screen right now, and this is going to be just basically a rough overview of using tactical arbitrage. I'm probably the most known expert in using this software. I've been running it basically every minute since it started in beta. And even Alex has said, you know, probably nobody knows more than me other than him about this software. So any questions that you guys could possibly have for tactical arbitrage, I can either work you through, or we can probably get Alex to implement them. So this is the main product search page. You can see there's actually 4 main searches that you can run now. It started out with 1, and other features have been added over time. So unlike other tools, you can only run 1 search at a time because it runs on the server. But that also means you don't have to run it on your computer, and you can upload these in bulk. So what that means is when 1 search gets done, you can start another one and another one. You can see the button to use bulk here. But I'm going to cover what the 4 different ones are pretty quickly. So the first one is the product search. What this is going to do is allow you to search other websites. So something like what OA X-Ray does, you can search these sites, but you don't have to go to the sites first. Everything runs right through here. The next one I'm going to skip because it's completely different. But the third one here is reverse search. So what this is going to allow you to do is go and either take out your own account or use a tool like Storefront Stalker. And what it's going to, let me see if I can move this somewhere. Okay. And what it's going to let you do is you can upload ASINs, and it's going to do a reverse search and search all of the 300 plus sites that it supports in tactical arbitrage, and it's going to show you the best sites to buy the products from. And I believe I do have some results here, maybe. Yeah. So what we do is we upload an ASIN or a UPC into here. You can do it as a quick search, or you can upload it as a file, or you can scan the best sellers in any category and subcategory if you're using Storefront Stalker Pro, including all of these filters. And what that's going to do is allow you to see what the best stores to buy them from. So you don't just look at stores, you can look the other way. Pull the information from Amazon, and Amazon's going to tell you where to buy those products. And once you do that, it's going to show you. So this was probably just a list that we uploaded, and you're going to see all the stores to buy this from. So as you can see, this one was from Home Depot, the next one was from Walmart, a few more from Walmart, one from Jet, Farm and Fleet, Target, etc. So it's finding these things at a ton of different places. And that's really all there is to it. We can integrate that into the store search now. That's something that was just released today, and I will show you how to do that in just a moment. The third option is called the library search. And the library search is basically to find used books that you can buy merchant fulfilled, for example, and then you're going to be able to compare them to Amazon, and it's going to tell you which ones to buy. We have found a ton of books worth buying, and so the way this works is there's only one store besides Amazon that's supported right now, and that's Barnes & Noble. So you can search on Barnes & Noble, give it a a link on the site, and you're going to be able to compare it to Amazon and see what's worth buying. And I will show you some results that we ran today, I believe. So you can do that with Amazon, or you can do that with Barnes & Noble. And we also have bulk lists that we have made and sell that has, for example, every subcategory in the books category, which is about 10,000 categories that you can upload a list of and find, and it will search in those. So the computer's just slowing down real bad here. Okay, so here are some examples of what we're looking at. So this was from Amazon. It found the book. It's still populating, actually. Okay, so here it is loaded. It's showing the Amazon buy box price is $33.12. The list price is $170. And so after fees, it's $22. The buy price is $6.99. So what we're going to look at is to buy at this price, and we're going to sell it at this price. And it's showing you what the list price is just for reference. So it found this probably merchant fulfilled in like new condition for $6.99. But the best FBA item and the one in the buy box right now is in good condition. And that's selling for $33 on the FBA. So the FBA adjusted price is the price after fees, and then the gross profit is just this number minus your buy cost. So that means you're going to make $1,501 or 214% ROI. 500,000 is the rank in books, which means it sells several a week. I believe I put everything in under 1 million, but of course you can sort by any of this stuff up here. So we can sort and look at just the best ranks. Darlene, yes, I will explain why you should be running 24/7 tactical arbitrage. I'm just showing a rough overview of the other options. Now, we're going to focus on the product search, which is where you're going to be searching on the different sites. And I'll explain to you what the importance of that is when we get to that. So now sorted by the best sales rank. So now we're getting a gross ROI of 200% on a book that's ranked south of. This isn't a book, this is actually a video game. My mistake. And this does work on video games as well, which I didn't mention. So you can see the best ranks are actually all in video games. And if I scroll down past this, because of course 1,000 in video games is completely different than 1,000 in books. Let me actually go down, and as you can see, we found a ton. So here we go down to the books. Let's see what our best book is. So our best book looks like this travel guide, 85% ROI. You buy it for $485, sell it for $1,601. The list price is still $23.99. You're buying it in good condition, selling it in good condition. Selling it for $1,601, you get $9 after fees, so you get a $4 profit at $172,000 for the BSR, which is going to give you somewhere in the range of, probably 4 or 5 sales a week in books. And as you can see, all these are going to follow the same path. We have a special, and we've set what we're looking to do for the rank in ROI when you do the search. So the last one, the second one I showed you is actually the Amazon flips. And if you don't know what Amazon flips are, these are some of the things we share in the Facebook groups. Not coming from here, of course. Oh, hi Lolly, how you doing? Always good to see you here. And what flips are is items you're going to buy on Amazon that you plan to sell again on Amazon. So what happens is Amazon comes in stock on an item, that's selling for $20, but let's say, for example, the third-party sellers are selling it for $49. So they come in stock, they sell out of it, they're out of stock. It goes back up to $49. So what you do is you buy it from Amazon when they're in stock. When it sells out, and it'll usually sell out, immediately within hours or days, and they'll be sold out by the time you get it to the warehouse, and people are buying it for the higher price. And then they buy it from your higher price, and basically you can look at all of the history using Keepa. And if we look at our view flips page, I'm sure I have some in here. This is going to show you the Keepa graphs, which I always say it's so vitally important, which is why we made a whole course on reading Keepa graphs that you guys should be very very accustomed to. So it's still loading the graphs, it looks like. So with books, you stay lower than 1 million unless there's an exceptional deal or ROI. There's a lot of different rules, no matter what. But at a million rank, I would say, it's still selling maybe a couple of months at a million. So, it really depends on the rank. If it's under 100,000, it's probably selling one a day. There's just a ton of sales in books. When I would only sell under 5,000 in video games, I would sell under a million. I would consider anything under 100,000 to be a very good seller. But of course, if there's a ton of money to be made, if people are selling a book for $4, Merchant Fulfilled, and the cheapest one is 100, and it's, even at that rank, if it's not a textbook, it's probably going to still be selling. So people don't need a book until they need it, and people are willing to. I've sold books for $700 and $800 on Amazon, so the price oftentimes is going to dictate your sale. So the $100 seller, it may not be worth it if you're paying a penny or $4, which is a penny book. It may still be worth buying, and it may just have a really high rank because it's not selling. But for a good selling book, I would say to stick to under 100,000 until you see what's really doing well. A lot of the lower, and what you've seen, if we bought the book, we remove it from the list. So we actually do find quite a few under 100,000 in there. As for these, if you haven't read a Keepa graph before, you can see, and if you look in the tactical arbitrage training, I'm just showing you guys a rough overview here because, I've done hours of videos on all of these subjects. So, we've done the library search in depth and, several videos on the reverse search and Amazon flip. So there's no point in, rehashing each one individually here. Darlene, there's, as I said before, there's almost 10,000 categories on Amazon. There's 50 million or more books listed on Amazon. There's no possible way everybody's looking at every book. And the ones that you've seen, for me, were all travel books. Look at the things people might be looking at textbooks or, whatever, bestsellers or something else ridiculous. I was looking at travel books and cookbooks and, You know, I sell that list for $20 and you get 10,000 different categories. You know, so look at what other people aren't going to be using. Just wait a minute. You know, so you know, and as I said, you know, and these are single books in the search. You know, it's finding a book to buy, you know, to resell. So once that one is gone, then there's something else to buy. This isn't like you can buy 500 copies of a book and sell it. So you're going to buy one book and that book's not going to be available anymore, or they might have had 5 copies or 10 copies. You know, there's just so much stuff to find there. You know, again, there's 50 million listings in 10,000 different categories. You know, so if it's something you're interested in doing, I suggest you know, spend the $20, which is only $15 because you have, as Mastermind members, you have a discount. I'll type it in the chat. So you use that discount code, you'll get 25% off of all of our lists. So you're paying $15 for almost 10,000 different categories to search. And, you know, you don't just upload the first 400, you go through that and you see the categories that you want to search in. Things that may be good, which I would say almost all of them you're going to find good stuff in, but things that other people aren't looking at. And once again, with this, it doesn't matter if they're looking at it. You know, it's not like you go to Toys R Us and they have 20,000 of a toy that's hot selling on Amazon. You know, you're looking in books where a bookseller may have a handful of them. And once they sell out of them, there's nothing to find anymore. I hope that answered the questions. If not, you know, give me a follow-up. I'm going to move on to the flips now. And so what we can see here, as an example, the golden area is when Amazon has been in stock. This is a great listing because Amazon is almost, this is from August 1st till today. So Amazon is almost never in stock. I mean, we're looking at, you know, hours they were in stock here and maybe a day they were in stock here. And the blue line is the marketplace. I believe that's new. Yes, blue is marketplace new. So you see all this space. This line shows when they were in stock. The whole rest of this graph, they were in stock. So if there's no gold and no blue line, that means this shoe was completely sold out for all of this time. All of this time. Only Amazon had it here. Only third-party sellers had it here. And we can see the price fluctuates a lot, you know. Sometimes it's $57, sometimes it's, you know, $69. You know, and this is actually showing the last 90 days. It actually may not have. Yeah, it looks like it only has history going back to August 1st for this particular shoe. And you can see this isn't something that's worth buying because Amazon's always in stock for the last 90 days. You know, if we zoom out, Amazon's never been out of stock since last November. And the third-party sellers are always a lower price than Amazon is. You know, this isn't an item that you want. This is definitely an item you want because nobody seems to ever have it in stock. But this is what we're looking for. Items that we can buy on Amazon, from Amazon, and then resell. So we buy this when they're in stock, sell it when they're out of stock. And of course, you know, watch my videos on that if you're interested in doing this. But I am going to go back to the regular product search because I could talk about this for hours. And I don't want to waste all our time. So this is the most important search. What you need to know, though, is that you can do all 4 of those different searches at the same time. So we could be running one of these while we're running the rest of them. In the past, you could only run this one search was the only thing of it. So The reason why you want to be running this 24 hours a day is because this search runs in the background. So if you have an hour, let's say you have an hour a day to be doing a product search or to be sourcing products, you have this running all the time. And when you have the time to work on it, you're going to come over here to our results page if we have that up. Here's our results page. So we're going to come over here to this page. Let me just minimize this. And this is getting back to your question, Darlene. So obviously not a match. So what you're able to do with this, unlike OA X-ray or any of the other tools, is you can look at a full category. You don't go to a page and run a search. You can run either a whole category. And these are all the sites that are supported. There's over 300 sites. And it says if it's a UPC match or a title. And so you basically want to stick to the ones that are UPC matches. And if you look at this, you click on this button here, it's going to take you to a list of all the sites that are supported for every marketplace, the USA, the UK, Canada, and I believe there's some in Australia now as well. And it's going to show you every site that's supported and what kind of matching it does. So if it does title matching and how good of title matching it does, or if it does UPC matching or whatever the matching is, there's over 300 different sites that are supported. We've made bulk sourcing lists, which unless you're living under a rock, everybody should know about my list, which is a list of every category on the site. I believe the bulk I was working with, okay, so this is Walmart that I was working with. So if we either type in or go down to Walmart, you can see Walmart is one of those that, or is the only one that has where you can use a key and access it through the API. So what that's going to let you do is search up to 100,000 items in a category instead of 1,000. Walmart.com, if you've ever done any searching there, you'll know that it has a limit of 1,000 items per search. So what happens is it shows you 40 items on a page, and there's 25 pages in the search. It doesn't matter how big there are. I know for a fact that there's over 100,000 different, some categories have 100,000 items in it. There's over 4.2 million items on Walmart. So I definitely say spend the 2 minutes. If you look in my free in the tactical arbitrage course on the Mastermind site, you'll see that I made a video showing you how to set it up. It literally takes about 2 minutes. So we're going to select the keys, and you can either make your own bulk file or you can figure out what the categories are. You can pull the category links. Some sites, if we just pick one at random, you'll see here that this actually has the URL from the website that you would, this is just an example, but you would actually go to the site, find your category, and then you would paste it in here. Tell it what page you want it to start at, what page you want it to end at, and clear that. And it's going to search that. It's going to go to page 1. It's going to download all of the items, go to page 2, and compare them to Amazon, and possibly compare them to other stores. And then it's going to go to page 2, and it's going to do it with all the items on the page, and so on until it gets to whatever last page you set. Your other option is to upload a bulk file. Now, I'll show you in the directions here. All you have to do is click here to download this template. When you download the template, you're going to enter in whatever the category is, whether it's just a code or a link, what page you want to start on, what page you want it to stop on. And that's a CSV file, and you can make it up to 400 lines. So you can have a 400-page, you can have a 400-line long page, a CSV file that you can upload. So it's going to do line 1, the category, start at whatever page you designated, to the ending designation. And when it gets done to whatever the last one is, if it's page 100 or page 1,000, it'll go down to the next line and work its way through until it's done, or until 48 hours has passed. And when 48 hours has passed, it's going to automatically cancel your search, and you'll have to, either start over or start a new one. And then you just hit browse, select your file, and hit upload, and it's going to upload it in here. I already have uploaded one, and this file is going to stay here until until you upload something else to replace it. So this is never going to be deleted. You upload a new one until you get another new one. And then, of course, these are grayed out now. And you can set whatever your filters that you want. So store price reductions. So if you have a 20% off at the store, you put 20 here, and then if you have a 5% gift card, you would enter it there. And your cash back, whatever that is, 6%, you would enter it in there. And it's going to, you have to do these in order, because it's going to take these off in order. So, you can't just add these together and have 31%. Because if you have $100, you get 20% off, you now have 80, and that's going to take 5% off of 80. So, it makes a big difference from, you don't actually get 25% off of the total. You get an additional 5% off when you check out after you get the 20% off. So that's very important and something that people often overlook. This is going to increase the price by whatever percentage you say. So if you have a sales tax, which you shouldn't at Walmart, but some of the other stores that don't, take your tax exempt certificate, then you will have taxes there. This is going to remove everything over a specific rank, so it'll only show us, in this example, under 100,000. Remove products with this many sellers. I would suggest you never do that, because you only want to look at competing sellers, not the total amount of sellers. So you could have only 2 sellers that are competing with you. All the other ones have a high price, but there could be 100 sellers there. So you never want to do that. If you don't want to look at oversized sellers, oversized products, then you click this check mark. Remove out of stock products. If it's sold out, I don't see why you would want to do that, because you want to sell the items that are sold on Amazon. If it has no weight or size data, this is usually when it's never been sold to Amazon. You can click here. It's actually going to make a guess, because if it doesn't have that data, it doesn't know what your shipping fees are going to be. Remove if Amazon is a seller and has it in stock only. Remove products with an Amazon price of less than whatever amount. So if you don't want to sell items if they're selling for $10 or less, then it's going to skip all those. You can remove products that have from Amazon that have this in the keywords. So anything in the title basically that has these words. Remove from source when searching on Amazon. So this is only when you're doing a title search. It's going to ask you, it's going to, if it has Lego in, at Walmart, then it's just going to skip that name if you put Lego here. Add to source title when searching on Amazon. So let's do a title search. You can add specific words. Only calculate FBA return if Amazon sales price is at least a specific number of times the store price. So if it's selling on Amazon for 10, you only want to see it if it's selling on, or if it's selling on the source on Walmart for 10, you would only want to look at if you put like 2.5 here, it would mean you'd have to be selling for 25 on Amazon. Pretty simple there. I would not fill out all of these things. So only, you don't have to fill out anything, but only fill out the ones that are specific to you. Only calculate FBA return if Amazon, we just did that. Cost to prep, for standard or oversized. So if you're using a prep center or paying someone for prepping, anything like that. So if it costs you $1, you put in a 1 here, and the same for overstock. It's not. It does say or here, but it's not an either or. It's asking you the price for standard size, and it's asking you the price for oversized. Cost to create a bundle. So, you know, if it's some kind of a bundle situation we're searching for, it can just add this many dollars to a product. It's basically the same as this. Cost to ship. So it's going to add this amount per pound. Only keep if gross profit is at least a certain dollar amount, and this is going to be if the gross ROI is a specific percentage. Also show no match results and see only no match results. And I always want to see this. Amazon out of stock results, so should you. So if Amazon's ever sold it in the past, but they're currently out of stock, then you click that check mark to see it. So if you only want to see things that Amazon are out of stock on, click there. And of course, the very last one, very important, the newest feature. I just made about a 12-minute video on it and just posted on Facebook right before the webinar. This is going to do reverse searches for more stores. And I'll show you what this looks like on the results page.
Exit 304 is on the right, and then keep right.
Okay, sorry, just going back to, there is an option for removing if source is out of stock, but that only works on some stores. So remove out of stock products, that is this. So if the source is out of stock, here's a list of all the ones that it's compatible with. Walmart, Target, Kmart, Woot, Drugstore, ToysRUs.com. The UK version, Bed Bath & Beyond, Baseball Monkey, BJ's, Puritan, Big Boy Toy Store, Meijer, Sam's Club, Entertainment Earth, Mini Model Shop UK, and he's adding more sites.
Entertainment Earth, I want you
compatibility. You know, if you want to see retail, you know, to remove if they're out of stock. I don't do it because we do a ton of retail arbitrage. And we also have a retail arbitrage sourcing group. So we don't do that. If you don't want to do any retail arbitrage, click that box.
But this is which box?
Now back to this last option. And of course, the question mark. If you hover over the question mark, as I did, you know, there's examples of in depth what each one does, but it's basically what I just told you. So this is going to do a reverse search to all the other stores. So there's over 300 stores in the U.S. marketplace that's supported into active arbitrage. So if you click UPC stores and title stores, you're going to see all 300. You can, if you don't want to see a lot of mismatches, frankly, you know, title searches are always going to come up with a lot of mismatches. So if we just look at UPC stores, it's only going to show the stores that do the UPC matches, you know, showing from that list that we looked at before, this list right here. And what we're going to get is we're only going to see the UPC stores. What it's going to do is every result that it finds, every time and I'm going to start a search right now, but every store that it finds, every result is going to compare against all the other stores that are supported, and I'm not sure why we had an error there. But as you can see here, we're doing a search at Walmart. It's comparing each item at Walmart. So the first one, it also found it at Target, but it didn't match the rank. So it's going to the next one, and it was filtered because of the ROI. And we can see the same ASIN. Once it pulls the ASIN, now it's looking at Kmart, it's looking at Sears, it's looking at Target. It's found it at Rite Aid. Of course, it didn't match the ROI filter on any of those, but one store it may find that it does match. So as you can see, it goes to the next one now, and it's found it at CVS, at drugstore.com, eBay, and Sears, Vitacost, Vitamin Shop, and Walgreens. It found this one product at all of these places. Now, it didn't meet the ROI filter in any of them, so it is skipping them, but it is finding these at all of these places, and the next one may be, maybe something that it does find, but you can see it's finding the same item at 10, 12 stores or even more sometimes. So I'm going to shoot over to the results page, the results that we found earlier.
Next left, and then the second exit of the
and this was the search I was running just beforehand. We found, about 180 items. We can see this is 8-ounce, 6-pack bottles. After shipping, it may not be quite worth it, but it's 168% ROI. Crystal, Pepsi, and Myers. That's interesting. So as you can see here, we did a search. I believe this was a search at Target that we ran about an hour beforehand, just so we had some results to look at. So we did a search at Target, but it found the best price at Myers, and then found these at World Market and Target and Kmart and Bye Bye Baby. There are some mismatches here, of course, but it finds a ton of results. So when I tell you that you need to be searching 24 hours a day, that means that you should be doing the search 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you upload a file that's going to run 24 to 48 hours, you only need to check it once a day. If you only have an hour a day, you put together your list, upload it, let it run, and then your hour that you have the next day, you're going to be rerunning, running a new search, and you're going to be checking your results, deleting the bad ones, and ordering what is worthwhile. Not spending hour after hour after hour searching. You should be spending your time, doing whatever it is that you want to do. But if it's building your business, then you should be spending it buying stuff. But you should be using a prep center if you're doing online sourcing. You should be using tools like this that are going to help you maximize your time.
Right, and then
any other questions, Jason? I hope this has really helped you to understand exactly how tactical arbitrage works, how easy it is. We have dozens and dozens.
Half of a mile onto Buena Vista Boulevard.
Of different videos just on tactical arbitrage. We have hundreds of videos. I don't know if you've been watching the videos, but we have hundreds of videos on everything you need to do for Amazon. But definitely you should be checking out Keepa and our tactical arbitrage course that covers every little aspect, every new feature. We make a video so everybody understands it, and it's just so easy to
the second exit
follow along with. And of course, we're here all the time for any specific questions that you may have. We can always cover them for you, or point you in the right direction. And I did post it in there. I'm not going to say it in the webinar because we do change it from time to time. We did post the discount code, any of the lists you buy from us, or the category lists, or we have bundles that make them even cheaper. Always use that. All Mastermind members get 25% off using your your discount codes. Don't forget to do that. We use Gumroad, so we're not able to give you a partial refund or anything like that. So, definitely try and use that discount code. And if there's no more questions, we're going to wrap it up.